sometimes what confuses people is the capital B in standard form and the lowercase b in slope-intercept form, not related. Okay? So capital B doesn't really stand for anything in particular. It's just ABC. Okay? So not the same B. Okay? The A, B, and C in standard form don't tell you anything, but the M and the B in slope-intercept form do tell you something. What is M?
M is the slope.
M is the slope of the line. Talk about that in a second. And what is B?
B is the y-intercept.
The y-intercept of the line. Okay, so we'll talk about those two things, and then we'll talk about graphing. Because you're given to graph some lines. How many of you guys don't like that part of it? I'm not sure why graphing is like the most hated thing ever. Does anybody hate graphing lines?
I'd rather do that than those composite functions that
Yeah.
we were doing.
I don't know, everybody's like, I can't graph a line. Like, sometimes it's like, it's this weird middle block thing. Okay, so let's talk about slope. Okay, slope can kind of be interpreted as the rate of change.
Rise of a run.
Of the function. So whenever you see them talk about rate of change of anything, they are talking about the slope. Okay, so you may see some questions where they don't specifically say slope, they just call it the rate of change. They are talking about slope. Okay, and as somebody said, slope is equal to the rise of the line over the run of the line. Okay, so if I have a line, just draw any straight line here. And I want to get from one point to the next point on the line, and you can pick any 2 points, the slope will be consistent because it's a straight line. The rise would just tell me how far would I have to go up to get from one point to the next point, and the run would tell me how far would I have to go over. Okay, now if you have 2 actual points on the line, let's label those. Let's call them x1 and y1, and they use subscripts for those. Let's call the next point x2 and y2.
Okay, so can you say that again?
The first point I want to call x1 and y1. So the x coordinate is x1, y coordinate is y1. And then the second point I want to call x2 and y2. Okay, now the rise would be just how far do I have to go to get from one y value to the next one. So we want to look at the difference in the y values. So the rise is equal to y2 minus y1. And I want to start with the higher one and subtract the lower one in order to make that positive. Okay, and then the run is equal to x2 minus x1, the difference in the x values. Okay, now if your slope is positive, that ends up being a positive number. Everybody get down that formula? That's an important formula. Okay? Now you can
It's going upwards.
It's going upwards. It's rising from left to right.
That's helpful.
Thank you.
Okay, if my slope is negative, then my line would be falling. It would be going downwards from left to right. Okay, now let's talk about two other possibilities. So we talked about lines that are rising, lines that are falling. We want to talk about horizontal and vertical lines. Now let's look at a horizontal line here. Let's see if we can figure out what is going on with the horizontal line.
There is no slope.
Okay. Now if I pick 2 points on the line, what can I say about those 2 points?
They're going to have exactly the same y value.
They would have the same y value, right? Okay, so y1 is equal to y2 for any 2 points on the line. Okay, so if I try to find the slope of that line, and I set up y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, what can I say about y2 minus y1?
It's going to equal 0.
It'll be 0, right? Okay, and what is 0 over anything?
0.
0. 0 over anything is 0. Okay, so I can say the slope of any horizontal line is equal to 0 because your y1 and your y2 are always going to be the same. Okay, now let's think about a vertical line. What can I say about a vertical line? Draw it real quick here.
Be just the inverse. We'll have the same x value.
We would have the same x value. Okay, so any points on that line, no matter where I draw it, they're going to have the same x value. Okay, so when I try to write my slope, okay, well y2 and y1, I don't know what those are. The x2 minus x1. Now x2 minus x1 is going to be 0. So now I'm going to have 0 on the bottom.
Yeah.
That is undefined, okay? You can't divide by 0. So if you try to type in like 2 over 0 on your calculator, it's going to say no. Okay, so the slope of a horizontal line is equal to 0 when you get 0 in the numerator. The slope of a vertical line is equal to, it's not equal to anything, it's undefined, okay? Okay, so you want to make sure you keep those straight. Sometimes on quizzes and stuff, people just kind of do a knee-jerk reaction and guess one or the other. Make sure you get the right one. One's equal to 0, 1 is undefined.
I guess if you're not sure, you can always just divide something by 0 in your calculator and see what happens.
Exactly. If you're not sure, and the other thing, if you're not sure, is they'll give you 2 points. Just draw the picture. Okay. Try to plug it in. That's probably the biggest problem we have is for everybody is just getting in a hurry and not taking the time to look at your notes or try to figure it out.
I'll
You're
explain
trying to
this
get
story
through
later.
this too quickly.
You almost want me to
All right. Let's talk about
know
intercepts of line.
Those sectors you can draw this
Well, you guys want to do an example first?
We have time.
Fine. Let's do an example of slope. All right. Let's get a separate sheet of paper and let's do an example here. A practice problem. Whichever you prefer, groups or individual is fine. Okay. What's our favorite point?
0.
And what?
1.
1. You guys are too smart here. Sometimes people make up like crazy points. Alright, I'm gonna make up
3.141.
the second one. -5 and -7. Find the slope between these 2 points.
Could you speak that up so I can finish writing these notes?
From the last page.
From the last page. Alright, have you guys written down the point?
I'm still drawing up my graph, don't worry about it.
Alright, write down the point and then I'm gonna go back here. It doesn't matter which one you help, whatever. As long as you do 1 point, it could be like x1, y1.
We're fine. Well, she said, yeah, slopes. We are fine with slopes. So, x over 0, y of 1, x 5, x over 5, 2,
First thing I would do here is I would label my point.
Sorry.
And it doesn't matter which one you call x1 or y1 or x2 and y2 as long as you're consistent. So I would just call my first point x1 and y1. My second point I would call x2 and y2. Okay, so my formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then I would just plug in those numbers. So y2 minus y1 is -7 minus 1. And x2 minus x1 is negative 5 minus 0. Now you want to be careful with your minus signs here because remember if you're subtracting a negative you end up adding, but the subtraction is built into that formula. Yes.
I have a question. Like, if I put the x2 in the x1 place, I would count it wrong, right? Because it would be 5 and then here you have 0. This would be x2, xy first, and then xy. Or I mean y1, so 2, so 2 comes first.
If you start with the 2 on top, then you start with the 2 on bottom.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter which one you start with, like y1 or y2, as long as you start with the same one. So don't, you're going to start with the same point both times, but you go together. Okay, so negative 7 minus 1 is equal to negative 8. Okay? And negative 5 minus 0 is equal to negative 5. Now, some of you guys stopped and had negative 8 over negative 5 on your papers. What do we need to do with that?
Well, the negative divided by a negative makes a positive.
Yes, two negatives make a positive. So if you've got negative over negative, that becomes positive 8 over 5. Okay. Now, if I could reduce that to a fraction in lower terms, I would go ahead and do that, but you don't want to make it a mixed number. Again, no mixed numbers, never ever in this class. Okay? So 8 over 5 would be my answer. It will not accept negative 8 over negative 5. That is not correct. Okay, let's talk about intercepts now. Now, what is the definition of intercept? Can someone explain that to me?
Where it actually crosses the axis of the line, like the y-axis or the x-axis.
So, yeah, the intercepts are where the line crosses the x or y axis. Do you guys have a question back there? Okay, so where the line crosses the x or y axis, the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, and to find the y-intercept, what do we do? Anybody know?
Make x 0. When x is 0, you only have the y-intercept.
Right, you want to make the opposite variable 0. So I'm going to set x equal to 0. So to find the y-intercept, I want to let x equal 0. Okay, so I'm going to have some lines. Okay, and the point where the line crosses the y-axis would be my y-intercept. Okay, so that that point would have the coordinates, x would be 0, and then y would be something. Whatever I would get when I would plug in x equals 0. Okay, now the x-intercept.
I got a question.
Yes.
And I cannot remember this. You've got your x-axis, okay?
Mm-hmm.
On this side, it's negative. On that side, it's positive.
Yes.
Okay, when you drop down underneath the x-axis, is all of that negative, or is that still positive
No,
on
this
the
is-
right side?
Well, y would be negative here.
Right.
Well, X would be positive and Y would be negative. Over here,
So X
X
is
is negative.
positive on that side.
X is positive, but Y is always negative. So the coordinate has two parts. It has the X part and the Y part.
So what about on the top left?
The top left,
Would that be negative
Up
or
here?
positive?
Y is positive, X is negative. You can't say it's all positive or all negative. You have to talk about both of them.
It might help if you actually labeled a graph, or numbered a graph.
Yeah, it's kind of off topic right now. But so if you've got, if you kind of got four regions, usually the way they're numbered, they go counterclockwise. So they start in this corner and then number 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the conventional way to number the four regions. In 1, X is positive and Y is positive. In 2, X is negative, Y is positive. In region 3, they're both negative. And in region 4, X is positive and Y is negative.
That's why I messed up on my problem.
So you can't say they're all positive or all
Now,
negative.
that will be in the notes as well?
Yeah, this will be in the notes.
Okay.
Now it will be.
Alright, so what on earth was I talking about?
You were getting ready to tell us how to find the x-intercept.
X-intercept, yes. X-intercept, there's another name for x-intercepts, and they kind of use these interchangeably. So you want to know this, because this means the same thing. X-intercepts are also called zeros of the function. So if you see them talking about zeros of the function, like what is the zero of the function, they are talking about the x-intercept. They do not mean plug in x equals 0.